Hello, world. Hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome if you are joining live today or if you're watching this on the recording still, wherever you are in the world. Welcome. I am extra happy today and just thrilled to be able to celebrate my husband's birthday today. It's his birthday, and every year, well, if you can hear me, let me know. Yeah, great to hear you. Awesome. I just can't wait to dive in today. So, my husband, so every year around this time, because our anniversary was just 3 days ago and then it's his birthday, we usually take this week off, and this is our annual big vacation extravaganza time. But this year we decided to do something different. We're doing our vacation at the end of February. And so we are here at home in San Diego. And so I got this opportunity to celebrate his birthday with you all today. And he is just the light of my life, and I am so happy to celebrate. So, Chirag, I'm sure you are going to watch this later. Well, I wish you a very, very, very beautiful, blessed, and happy birthday today. And you deserve all the happiness in the world because you create so much happiness for me and for the rest of our families and for the world. So that is my wish to Chirag today. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you all for joining me and wishing him a very happy birthday and sending him lovely vibes today. He definitely deserves all the love in the world. And I'm not just saying that as his wife, but also as being with him for over a decade now. I met him 11 years ago. In October of 2012 is when we met by chance in San Diego at this dance festival. And then we started going out, and it's a very interesting story that I'll share a little bit of it, and then I'll get into why marriage can make or break your business. Hello, Kelly. Thank you for the birthday wishes for Chirag. Zarna, thank you. Hello, hello. So it was very interesting. We met by chance. I say by chance, but actually it was by divine synchronicity that we met in San Diego 11 years ago. And he sent me a message after, and he wanted to get my number. And I was like, I don't give my number out to strangers. So we ended up emailing back and forth for 2.5 months. We have the whole email chain. It was like 21 emails back and forth, getting to know each other before I finally gave him my number. So that's a very funny, interesting memory that I have of how we initially got to know each other. And 11 years later, here we are. We have grown so much together, and I've learned so much just through knowing him for 11 years and being married for 7 years. We just celebrated our 7th anniversary from our wedding day. And so from all of this experience in this journey, I can, and building my own business over the last several years, there are definitely things that I have seen that a marriage can influence into a business. So whether you're married right now, you've been married for years, or you're newly married, congratulations if you are, or if you aren't married but you're thinking about being married someday, or if you have been married in the past and wherever you are, I'm sure you can relate and you can take away some of the things from what I'm going to share. So, um, the first, so there basically, I have my notes here, and I'm going to go into the three key reasons why a marriage can make or break your business. Is we tend to compartmentalize things like there is work, and then there's family, and there is money, and like all of that somehow seems separate in our minds. And when we're working on, let's say, work or business, we may tend to think of that as separate from family. But and for women, it can intersect and it can like influence each other a lot. And I at one point used to think that I need to keep them separate, and they can't intersect. So if they were intersecting, um, so there was something wrong with that. And so I've learned that there are ways that they can intersect in ways that are actually really healthy. So, the three key reasons why a marriage can make or break your business. First one is balance. So, there are these two things. There's this aspect of security, the grounding, like feeling safe and secure in yourself, in your life, in your finances. And then there's freedom, the value of freedom, financial freedom, lifestyle freedom, time and energy and money freedom. So these two, so the security is a value that a lot of people have. Most often we associate like security in terms of like people say job security or just financial security, that like your basic needs are covered. And then there's freedom. And business, yes, it can contribute to some level to security over time once you've built it and it's established, but it falls more on the side of the freedom. Most people I know, I became an entrepreneur. I quit my job and became an entrepreneur because I wanted freedom in life. I wanted to have financial freedom and lifestyle freedom. So if you're an entrepreneur and you've been inspired to start your business or have your business to create freedom, you should know that the security part is equally important, and it's really not either or. It's really the balance between the two that's really important for overall true and lasting success. So now, how does marriage play into this? Well, your partner, so if whether you're male or female, like you're the husband or the wife, if you're the husband, naturally men are wired to provide and protect, so bring that security element to the marriage. And so if you're already doing that, kudos to you. And if there is a part where you feel like that, you may zero in on that a little more and make sure that the security is felt in your marriage. I maybe even ask your wife like, how secure and safe do you feel financially or overall in our marriage, right, in our life, and like get a like test it out and get a solid feel for it. And if you're a woman, see if you are getting that from either through your husband, through, well, in a marriage, through your husband, and also through your own, have your own, like some solid streams of income that cover you for your basic needs, whether it's your savings, but savings can have a little bit of scarcity energy to it if you're like afraid of running out of savings. So focus on creating more security in your life to cover your basic needs. And like check into that area for yourself, and then you can focus on the freedom aspect. So if you are the husband, then you can, you know, involve your wife a lot more in the freedom, building the freedom aspect and building the business. If you're a woman, then yeah, you'll probably naturally be good at the freedom part and building your business from sense of lifestyle freedom and financial freedom, and building a team that supports you so you don't have to be the one doing everything all the time. That's a big part of freedom, is having a team that you can rely on that can carry on the business operations while you are in, you know, taking care of yourself or in your zone of genius. So having this balance of, again, masculine and feminine energy, the security and the freedom in your marriage overall, depending on who's husband, wife, who's bringing which aspect of it, is really, really important. And building that balance in your marriage can automatically translate to your business as well. So that's the first key to how your marriage can make or break your business. Um, any questions that come up, feel free to send them in the chat and I'll get to answering those. One example of how I've done this is I have created my own security through my own like automatic savings that I do. I have great relationships with my family, and that provides a lot of security and sense of security to me. I have my wonderful husband, and he brings in that huge security piece to our marriage and to our life. And then we both work together. I, through my business here, and then other investments we do together, where we're creating financial freedom and growing lifestyle freedom along with financial freedom on that front. So the balance is the first one. The second one is synergy. So synergy, now this has to do with, and if you've been married, you know that marriage, it's not a walk in the park. It takes investment. It takes your time and attention to especially work through a lot of problems that come up and challenges that come up and resolve those challenges, even conflict resolution, problem solving, and working as a team to create solutions instead of just a like individual approach. And so as I have gone through a lot of these challenges and problem solving episodes with my husband over these years that we've known each other and been married, it's so amazing that I find that the lessons I've learned through the problem solving in my marriage and my relationship with him have applied to the problem solving that is needed in my business, and like helping my clients with problem solving and whatever they're dealing with, because I've been through that in my own journey and in my own marriage. So another thing is that a lot of times, let's say something subconsciously is blocking me, um, and I'm not aware of it. That thing will show up in my marriage, and my husband will literally be the mirror that shows me what I wasn't able to see myself within my own consciousness. And I will be honest with you, when it shows up initially, it's really hard to look at and like accept or digest that this is really what's underneath the surface. But once I'm able to acknowledge it and digest it and move past that, like work through the lower vibration emotions there, then I'm able to evolve to a whole nother higher level of consciousness. And then that automatically translates into business growth and all of the different next levels that get created in my business. So, a simple example of this is that my husband would come home from work, and in the evening, he wanted to spend time with me. And I wanted to spend time with him too, but I was just so exhausted from my day, from all the work, the meetings for the business, and all of that, that I would be so exhausted that I didn't even have much vitality and energy left to really like listen to him and let's really engage with him and like spend that quality time with him. So I would just want to like put on a movie and like just like watch a movie, and we do that some days. We'll just put on a movie and we'll watch it together, but we're not really talking. We're watching the movie. And it's fine for certain days, but I saw that this was becoming a pattern where I was just not available, like mentally, emotionally, physically, to really spend that quality time with him. So this seemingly is like a marriage like a problem in the marriage, right? Like it's affecting our bonding time. And and he would try to ask me how he could help and like solve that, but I wasn't ready to solve yet because I didn't see it as a problem. I saw that I'm working hard in my business and this is just how it is. This is just, and like I will admit, I almost thought like he shouldn't expect that from me. So I've had a long day. Like I had judgmental thoughts about like he shouldn't expect that from me and all of that. And at the same time, I wanted to spend time with him too. So I was missing that bonding time with him at the same time. But I didn't know how to really get out of that pattern of working throughout the day and then being exhausted at the end of the day. And so this showed up in the marriage, right? And he was literally being a mirror showing me how exhausted I was at the end of my day. Not all the days, but like certain days. And it was hard to see it. It was difficult for me to see it and acknowledge it. And then when I was able to accept it and realize that I was really overworking myself, or I was actually doing like I was like micromanaging or controlling certain things in the business that I actually didn't need to, or like I needed to let go of and delegate and trust that my team's got it. I wasn't able to do that. There was this fear consciousness running the show. And that's what was draining me. Because when I have sessions with my clients or do these live streams here, I am so uplifted. My energy is just, in the clouds, and I feel awesome after. So those are not the things that drain my energy at all. But it was the other things that were draining my energy. So I was able to look at everything I was trying to micromanage and have a conversation with my business director and the rest of my team, and how we can like have the team take care of that, and I let go of the need to control every little thing and just relax. And as I did that, the business literally like grew like I think threefold. Like more money, more revenue showed up, more clients. We created more like different kinds of product lines that the current clients could use. So my clients are more happy and fulfilled. I am loving the time I'm spending on the business stuff. And I also scheduled out that I'm gonna be done with all the work by 3 or 4 p.m. every day or earlier, if not earlier, so that when my husband's back, I've already had like an hour or 2 hours of like decompressing time. So when he's back, we're able to like do yoga together and do all these like healthy practices that he likes to do together, and then have fun together and have a good quality time. So if it wasn't for my husband showing me in the mirror how exhausted I was at the end of the day and how that was affecting our marriage, I wouldn't have known to make the changes I made in the business to really up level my energy and the energy that I was putting on certain things. And now I'm literally just focused on like things in the business that are my zone of genius. And I've let go of all the other things, and I continue to do that. So that's optimizing my energy and my time and my focus. So where in your marriage is your partner, your spouse showing you it like a mirror, showing you the real picture of what's going on, so you can look at that and then uplift yourself from the lower vibration energy to a higher vibration energy, which can then automatically uplift your business and how you operate your business as well. So it uplifts your overall quality of life. So that is what is the second reason, that's synergy. So the synergy of problem solving in one area can impact and uplift your business. And so that brings me to the third reason why marriage can make or break your business. And the third one is boundaries. So boundaries are again that masculine energy that creates the safety, security, and like stability. And so and in the business and in marriage. So in marriage, there is it's important to understand polarity in male and female energy and psychology, but also masculine and feminine energies. And so the more I've understood polarity and the psychology and the energies and how those dynamics work best together, I've understood how important healthy boundaries are. And so I've learned to create boundaries for myself in the marriage. And then that also translates to the business. So let me think of an example. Well, so before I get into an example, maintaining the polarity in a marriage where, like in my marriage, my husband brings the like he loves researching and planning, and he likes to research and plan like trips for us, and make all the bookings and everything. And he also has a budget in mind, so he keeps track of our budget, and he just plans everything so everything flows well with our budget, so we can have the most fun experience, and we can have the most amount of trips, and timing wise, and his work. And so he's like coordinating all of that together into this plan. And I think of myself as a really good planner, so I used to want to like plan stuff and like I used to want to plan stuff, but I realized quickly that I was actually getting in the way. Um, I was getting in the way because by surrendering, as in like letting myself letting him come up with the plan and then just like giving him feedback or like my thoughts on it when he asked for them, or expressing my desires to him of what I would like to experience in the trip, and then letting him come up with the best way that that can be accomplished actually worked so much better. So basically, letting him, like, he takes the lead and then I participate fully, versus him taking lead and then me trying to take lead on certain things, and that would become this tug of war, and that was not fun at all. So let me see. So, Kelly, there's a question. Is there a way to get more support and help from my partner if I don't like to ask for things? Yeah, so asking for things can be felt like um you're putting yourself in a vulnerable position, or yeah, it just may feel unsafe because like when you ask, the answer could be yes or no, right? And if it's yes, then you'd be probably be happy. But what if they say no? And that's a lot of times that's a fear that can come up. Well, I don't want to ask because what if my partner says no, and then I would be heartbroken. So if you don't like to ask, well, here's another way you could do it, is you can first get clear on what is your desire and why it's important to you. This is really, really important before going to anyone like your partner or spouse and talking about anything. First, spend the time within yourself, journal on this, or just like introspect and get clear on what is your desire and why is it important to you. And once you're clear on that, then all you need to do is show up with that desire, that energy of what having that desire feels like, and express your desire. Now, when you express your desire, it's different from asking where the answer could be yes or no. When you express your desire, you're just expressing something, and there's no expectation of something coming back. But more often than not, something will come back. Either that exact desire will come to you in return, or something even better than what you desire, something like different and better that you may not have even imagined will come to you. So what's important is to first get clarity on your desire. What is it that you desire, and then why is it important to you? Once you have that clear answer within yourself, then you just express that desire with the energy of that you already having that exact or something better. And then just leave it, like express that and leave it, and let that the manifestation of that desire or something better come and find you, and live in the energy of it. So, does that answer your question? Yes, this helps. Thank you. Great question. So, okay, so so we covered balance, synergy, and boundaries. So, boundaries, trying to think of an example. So, my husband, he doesn't demand that I cook for us every day or anything. But I know he appreciates it when I cook for him, or he likes to cook himself too. He appreciates just like home cooking versus just eating out, though we do like to eat out too. And so I I noticed that I also like cooking, but I don't like to do it when I feel like I have to, or I'm drained from my energy and like I have to drag myself to do it. Like that does not feel good to me at all. And so I I realized that I need to set a boundary for myself that if on a certain day I'm not feeling energetic, I'm done for the day, my energy isn't up for it, that I don't force myself to cook, because that, like, even though I would normally enjoy cooking, on that day it would not feel good, and then the energy that would go into food also wouldn't be good. And my husband lovingly says that the secret ingredient in any dish that we make is love. And so if I'm not able to put that love into it, then I don't force myself to cook. And that's a boundary I set for myself. And then when I am cooking, then if I need help, if I need something from the store, if I need help chopping or anything, and my husband loves to help with those things, then I'm open to receiving that help and support to make this experience enjoyable for me and for him, so that we can have the secret ingredient in our recipe, and that's love. And that's love that comes from the overflow, and that genuine care that is the recipe for happiness in this relationship and in marriage in general. So that's what I'm planning tonight, is I am planning to make my husband's favorite sweet dish that comes from the Indian Gujarati cuisine. And I'm planning to put a lot of the secret ingredient, love, in it, along with the sweetness. And so I'm really excited for that. That's as part of the birthday celebration we have, plan that we have for today. And so that brings everything together. And basically, the secret to a successful business in its true sense, which includes abundance, creating abundance, and feeling fulfillment, is based on the entrepreneur, the business owner, being happy from within. And happiness really comes from relationships, especially if you're married, from your marriage, from the relationship you have with your spouse. And when you have a juicy, loving, um, beautiful, delicious relationship and marriage, then that happiness overflows into your business. And then you can really care for your clients and create so much value through your business that then automatically makes the business successful. And also, it brings this true sense of fulfillment, authentic sense of accomplishment back to you. And it just all feeds, and then now that feeds more into your marriage, and it all feeds into each other and just grows multifold every single day. And so, marriage, a loving marriage equals happiness, a beautiful business equals success, and happiness and success is your birthright. So, with that, today's topic is complete, and I will look out for any questions or other comments you have. If you're watching this on the replay, let me know which one of the three you're going to take and implement into your life, into your marriage, and make your marriage juicy and delicious, so that your business can also succeed multifold. And with that, we will conclude for today. If you are finding this content in this video or my other videos on the channel valuable for you, please do share the videos with other people who you think could benefit. Ask them to like, comment, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. I'll be coming with more videos every week on different topics. If you have a topic that you'd like me to cover in the next live, put it in the comments and I'll take that as the topic for the next week or next week's. And yeah, share, subscribe, like, and just thank you again, everyone, for your beautiful wishes for my husband's birthday today. I will convey all of those to him. Thank you. Bye, everyone.